and welcome to the Scary Goals Club. I am your host, Hazel Robertson, and I believe that to make the impact that you know you are called to make in the world, it requires setting bigger, scarier goals and then becoming the person who creates them. That is what I am here to show you how to do. That's what we're diving into with mindset, tools, tricks, really simple, practical, actionable steps you can take and start applying straight away. Because whatever you believe, we have this one life that we definitely know about. Start making the impact you know you want to make in the world. Fear is not a reason to stop. We keep going. We work through the fear. That is what we do in the Scary Goals Club. So come on in, come join, hit subscribe, and let's get started. Hi, and welcome to the Scary Goals Club podcast. It is your host, Hazel Robertson, still with sinusitis because I'm recording this just after I recorded the last episode. So if you listened to last week's episode, I feel like I could record like 5 podcasts a day. I'm like, oh, this and this and this. And even before recording last week's one, just like I just recorded it a few minutes ago, I was almost like, you know that bit when you have so many ideas and it was like, wait, no, this, no, this, no, this. And I was almost like, I was like paralyzed for a few minutes of like, I don't even know which one to do first. And like, no, I'll do this one, no, I'll do this one. And I did the process that I talked through in last week's episode. I was present with my feelings. I processed them through, took some deep breaths, in through my nose, out through my mouth, did that a few times, grounded myself and was like, what is the next one? What is one? Because oftentimes we can get into overwhelm when we have all of these ideas and all of the things because our brain is thinking about all of them and is almost like, I have to do them all now. Or like, what if I choose the wrong one or which one's next? And we're thinking about all of the things. So if this is you and you get overwhelmed because you have all these ideas, just coming back to, again, processing through any feelings, grounding yourself and being like, okay, what is the next one? What is one? Let's pick one and start there. And it's been so helpful because I was able to do one and then it was like, okay, what is this next one? Right, this is the next one. Rather than like what I could have done and maybe what I used to do and would have done before is like panic about all of the things and not actually do anything. It's like when we're thinking about everything, we're not thinking about anything. We're like so scattered. It's the same as like any priorities when we're like, oh, everything's important. When we think everything's important, like nothing's important. We're so scattered that we're not able to move anything forward. So it's like, if you're in this place, I get you, I see you, I feel you. What is that one thing, the one next thing? And then you can always adjust after that and adjust after that. So the one next thing was that podcast that I just did that you listened to last week. And the next thing is this podcast that you're listening to right now. So you've still got my lovely nasally tones of my sinusitis. It's funny, I might be editing this and listen back and be like, you literally can't hear it at all. But I can hear it. I sound really croaky. I sound really blocked up. So hooray, lucky you. You've got this for another week, my husky voice. And in today's episode, I wanted this to be like a short and sweet, punchy one. And I wanted it to be around 6 procrastination hacks. Okay. So these are 6 things I do. So it's all about stopping procrastination, getting into creativity, getting into flow, and being able to actually like get the things done that you want to get done, make progress, not only on like the tasks and the work tasks and the things that like we avoid, the bigger, important, really impactful stuff that we know is going to make a difference in our businesses, in our jobs, in our lives, but like the bigger goals as well of like the big dreams that we're like, oh, at some point I'll do that, but not right now. Like this was going to help with that of like stopping to put things off and actually making the progress you want and living the life that you want now. Because like we don't know how long we have. And actually, like even as I'm recording this, my dad's uncle, who like I guess he would be my great uncle, he passed away a few days ago. And it's like, you know, and he was sick and it's like we knew that it would happen, but he has always been around like my whole life, always someone that's like we would see, so fun, so amazing with kids, always made you feel amazing, always so tricky. You just never know how long you have. And it's like, fuck waiting to start stuff. Fuck like putting off things to some point in the future just because we're like scared or there's some big feeling. And again, we've not been taught how to be present with our feelings and how to move through that. But like when you can learn the tools to stop procrastinating and stop putting off the stuff that you know deep down you want to do, like honestly, everything changes because it's like, why not? It's like literally you don't know how long you've got. Anyway, so on that note, I just wanted to give 6 procrastination hacks that I come back to time and time again. So I'm going to go through them. It's going to be a short episode, but you can write them down, super practical. And just anytime you find yourself hesitating, not doing something, not wanting to do it, Try one of these. Just pick one, play with it. Try another one, play with it. Okay. So number one is, as I discussed in last week's episode, processing through any feelings. Again, the reason that we are avoiding anything, the reason we put anything off is because of some uncomfortable feeling that we have because of the story our brain's telling about the thing. Like, I don't know what to do, or I'm going to look stupid, or whatever the thing is. We feel the fear, we feel the discomfort, we feel the like hesitation, the panic, the anxiety, like all of those things come up, embarrassment, shame, like, oh, who am I to do that? All of that comes up. We feel it. We maybe don't even realize there's a thought attached to it. And we hide. We just don't do the thing, or we avoid it to the last minute, and then everything's a rush. So if this is you, like, no shame, no judgment. We all avoid stuff. We all have stories about things, about how we're not going to be able to do it, how we're going to mess it up, how we're going to look stupid. We all have these stories, and we, like, most of us have not been taught how to process through feelings and how to be present. So if you're listening to this, listen to last week's episode and I will walk you through the steps of that. So first procrastination hack, be present with the feelings. Don't run away from them. If you notice that you're avoiding something, that is a sign that there's a feeling you're not willing to feel. And just, if you can just be present, breathe through it, give yourself like a little hug, it's going to shift it. So that's step number one. Number two, if you use your calendar for things and you use like time blocking, so you have like, okay, from this time to this time, I'm going to be working on this thing. First of all, if you don't put things in the calendar, I highly recommend using your calendar to like time block out things you want to do. And so you will see, okay, this is in the calendar. It's not like on some random to-do list. It's like, this is in the calendar from this time. This is how long I have. I can say no to any meetings that come in during this time. I know during this time, like, this is what I'm focused on. You've made the decision, the commitment to yourself that you are doing it. So when it's in the calendar. Now, what you can also do with the calendar, and again, if you work with a team and they can see your calendar, you might want to add an extra little calendar invite beside and put it as private so they're not seeing it. But you can put in a really cool name. And you can also write in any thoughts or beliefs that are going to help you actually do the thing. So let me give you a specific example. So this morning I had in my calendar, and this is something I think I mentioned in previous podcasts, I've been doing a lot of work around like money and my relationship with money and having just this like flowy, fun, expansive relationship with money and just like loving it and just enjoying it and talking about it and just like healing a lot of shame that I've had around money, of that I wasn't good, that I wasn't organized, and that women as from society that we internalize that we're not good with money. I'm shifting that. I've shifted it a lot. And one of the things that I am doing is one of the things that I had in my calendar it's the start of the month, so it's May now, and it's to do last month's management accounts. So go through the accounts, look at the profit and loss, look at like where the expenses were going, like just like really be present with like the money flow in and out of the business and like thinking about that. It has been a recurring invite in my calendar for months. Have I done it? No, I haven't even gone through and like I hadn't even gone through and reconciled like the bank statements from last year in the business. Saying that, I'm like, oh my God, and our annual year is like done at the end of the year. So it's like time to do the accounts soon. I like hadn't even done it. Literally had been avoiding it. And no more. I'm stepping to the new identity of someone who's like amazing with money and is present and looks at her money and like all of this stuff. Anyway, so it had been in this recurring and I had been avoiding it. And because I have this story still that like somehow I'm not good with money, or like because I'm running the business on my own now, not with Luke, that somehow like on my own I'm not good with money, blah, blah, blah. So this morning's one, I changed it to money date. I think let me just see what it actually is. Hang on, let me just double check. Money date. So I put, and it said like management accounts prepped review, like it's still got what that is, but like I changed it to like money day. I love you. Like I love you, money day. And so it's like change the name, put the name in of something so fun. Like what is really fun? What like that to me, having a money date, I'm like, ooh, I want a date with my money. I don't want to do monthly management accounts. Like that is boring. I'm like, oh, I don't want to do it. It's boring. And like, I'm shit with money and all of this stuff comes up. Money date. I'm like, oh, this is so fun. And I've put also, so change it to something fun. Also, you can put in the meeting notes, what are the different thoughts that you want to believe that when you see those thoughts are going to spur you on to want to do the thing, even if it feels a bit scary, even if it's like stepping up into a new level. These are some of my thoughts I wrote down. You can do it. Stepping into your future self. You're good with money. You're responsible. You're courageous. And literally reading those, I was about to go and do something else. I was like, I'll go out for a walk now, even though the walk was like planned in for later. I was like, maybe I'll just do another walk now or like do something else. And I was like, oh. And then it came up and it was like money day. You can do it, stepping into your future self, like all of the powerful thoughts. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna have my money day. And literally it's been so fun. I reconciled all last year's bank statements. I looked and like did bills. I mean, I paid the bills, but like I hadn't like added them in and then done the paid match thing like on the software. All of that stuff, looked at other stuff, and even going through it, I was like, oh, there's this like recurring payment that like I don't even need anymore. I was like, huh, there's a way to do that. It's like gonna save some money every month. It's like I wouldn't have known that if I'd just been avoiding it, which I literally had been. Now I'm like, oh, I can totally like there's another way of doing that because I was feeling relaxed, because I was feeling open. I came up with all these ideas of like, I don't even need to subscribe to that thing anymore. There's another way of doing it. So I've got that on a list at some point next week to be like, I'm gonna change that and like shift the subscription over here and that thing I can let go and like combine different things. So it's so fun. Like when you can actually, I went from being like, oh, to being like, this is so fun. And I came up with ideas. I did something that didn't feel heavy. Now I'm like, if the accountant is like, okay, it's time to do the accounts, which is normally like June time we do them. I'd be like, I've literally got everything. Like everything's in place. Everything feels like good and easy. I'm like, okay, cool. I've looked at it. There's nothing scary in there. So yeah, that is a way to do it. So number one was be present with your feelings, because the reason you're avoiding something is because of an uncomfortable feeling. So that's what I did this morning. I was present with my feelings, and also make the calendar, like make it sound fun. Whatever you're doing, like make it sound fun and write down some thoughts of like, how do you want to think to actually do the thing? Okay. Number three is imagine how good it's going to feel after. Like this really helped me this morning. I was like, it is going to feel, because it's not like I think about this thing a lot. I've not done it, but like I'm aware of it. It's in the back of my mind. And every time I'm like, haven't reconciled the accounts yet from last year. I'm like, oh, that means you're shit with money. That means you're not a responsible business owner. Like all of these thoughts come in, and I know it's old patterning, but it's like, this feels like big evidence to feed into that story. And I'm like, no more, no more. So it's like the headspace it frees up when you actually do the thing you've been putting off. It's just amazing. And all of that energy that was like going on to like feeling stuck, putting it off, thinking about it over and over again, can now go into creativity and like moving you forward. And that's when stuff starts to happen and flow so much more quickly, when you're just like processing through feelings, going and doing the scary thing, going and doing the uncomfortable thing, processing through feelings, going and doing the scary thing, the uncomfortable thing. Like literally, it's the secret to creating a very vibrant and fun life. So number three, imagine how good it'll feel afterwards. Anchor in with that. Imagine it's done. Like connect, close your eyes, feel it in your body, and you'll be like, yes. Because the reason we do or don't do anything is because of how we think it's going to make us feel. So we procrastinate because we think we're going to feel better not doing it. But actually, when you are like, no, it's going to feel amazing doing it, when you can connect with that, then it's like, oh, I'm just going to go do the thing. Okay, number four, step into your future self. Okay, now imagine, what would they do? And if it's hard to connect with yourself in the future as you imagine yourself, or you've not done future self work, if you've not done future self work, come and coach and we'll do it together. But if you haven't done any of that, you can even ask yourself, like, what would someone who's blank do? So, for example, like, what would my future self do? Or, like, for me, it's like, what would someone who's responsible with money, what would they do? They would have their money date. They would get their cup of tea. They would sit down. They would go and do the thing. And then they'd get on with their day. And that's what I did. So it's like, what would my future self do? She would just go and do it. My future self, who's responsible and amazing with money and just like loves money and it feels so easy and flowy, she'd go and do the thing. She wouldn't avoid it. So it's the same with you. Like, what would your future self do? Or what would someone who's blank that you might look up to or respect, what would they do? Okay, so number five, if you are still, you've tried all these other things and you're still like, oh, grab a piece of paper rather than avoiding going on your phone, going and doing something else. Just grab your journal, grab a piece of paper, anything, and write out why you don't want to do it. Write out whatever is going on, like get clarity, because once you see it written down, then you can make sense of it, of like, oh, it's because I'm scared that I've not done this before and I'm scared I'm going to make a mistake. And it's like, you can almost then see that written out and then just be so kind to yourself of like, of course you're scared you're going to make a mistake. You've not done this before. It makes sense. And I've totally got you. Like, even if you mess up, like it's all good. We're going to try because you're courageous. It's like you can kind of have a conversation with yourself. When you have it written down, it like diffuses any of the thoughts that go in thought loops, any of the like, oh, the fear. And whenever we're feeling an uncomfortable feeling, oftentimes we avoid, and then we have more thoughts of like, I can't do it, I can't do it. Or we can just get them out on paper and look at them. It's like, it's not such a big deal. It's actually okay. Be kind to herself. Then it's so much easier to go and do the thing. And then number 6 is connecting. And this part is similar to like how it will feel after, but connecting with why you want to. Like, why do you want to do it at all? Because what if it's like you don't even have to do the thing? Why would you want to do it? And so for me this morning, it was like, I want to be someone who is not afraid to look at the accounting software because I'm like, oh, I want to just be like, cool, yeah, that's this month's one. That sounds good. Yeah, good. Everything's okay. Or like, I want to be someone who has an oversight and is like, feels in control of her money and in flow with money and just like feels relaxed about it. And it doesn't feel like this heavy thing that someone else knows more about. It's like, no, I'm amazing with it. I know about it. I can figure this out. And like, that's the reason why I want to do this is like, not, and also I want to be able to do courageous things. Like I know that whenever I can be present with the fear and like be courageous and do the thing, I know that's where I grow. I know that's where I learn. I know that's where like life becomes just so much more interesting and vibrant and flowy when I'm not staying small and hiding and like ignoring my feelings and just thinking that that means stop. Like then our life gets so small. So if this is you, like if you feel like your life's getting smaller and smaller and you're doing less and less and a bit more like feeling like stuck, like literally through that is just being scared, feeling the feelings and going and being courageous and doing the thing you've been avoiding. And it's like the amount of energy and like dopamine and just like how proud of yourself you'll be after. Like that's another reason to do it. You're going to feel so freaking proud of yourself when you've done something. And it doesn't matter how long you've been putting it off, not shaming yourself, not like beating yourself up, just being like, okay, that is what it was. Now, listen to this podcast, I have all these tools, no more putting it off. Like, let's go and do the thing. So I'll recap them again. Obviously, if you want to take coaching deeper as well, then there's links to work with me in the show notes. I'd love to have you. This is literally my bread and butter because it's changed. Like, I just love this stuff so much. It's like completely changed my life from like not putting stuff off, not hiding, not avoiding, but like just going for it and just making the decision, making it happen and being like, this is happening. So 1, oh no, I've put them in a different order. Hang on, let me just see. 1, I've got them. It's like scribbled them around. 1, feeling your feelings, being present with however you're feeling, not avoiding it, not avoiding the thing. Number 2, make your calendar sound fun and like exciting. Make it sound like this like juicy, fun task. Put loads of thoughts in there that are going to help you do it. 3, imagine how good it is going to feel after. Really connect that and feel that in your body now. And like, that's going to make you want to do it. Number 4 is step into your future self. What would they do? Or what would someone else who is that you like aspire to or look up to, like what would they do? Would they just do the thing? Probably. They wouldn't avoid it. Like go and be like them. Go and be like your future self. Number 5, journal it out. Get a piece of paper. Like what is going on in your brain and give yourself a hug. Move through it. And then number 6 is like, why do you want to do it at all? And just get this big list of why. And like all of these things or some of these things, like play with them, try them out. They're going to help you and it's just going to change everything. So excited for you. Let me know how you get on. If you've got any other hacks, let me know as well. Or if you tried some of these, like which ones work best. And sending you so much love. The most amazing rest of the day, the amazing week ahead. And I'll see you next time. Mwah. Bye.
Hey, thanks so much for listening. If this was helpful, please hit subscribe and leave a review. This helps get this work in the hands of more purposeful people. That is more people creating bigger, scarier goals, making an even bigger impact in the world. And if you want to take this work deeper and work with me directly, head to the show notes and I've put all of the information there. If you've got any questions or if there's anything you're like, ooh, I'd love you to talk about that on the pod, please just get in touch. I love hearing from you guys. And I'll see you next time in the Scary Goals Club.